He was the love of my life.
A woman shares the memories of her husband after his tragic death in Friday's plane crash. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Bill Shammert. 4 people are dead, including one Nebraskan, after a horrific plane crash near North Platte on Friday. Tonight, we spoke with one of the victims' wife. Channel 8 Eyewitness News reporter Sabrina Ahmed just returned from York and has more in tonight's top stories. Sabrina?
Bill, Chris Nelsen was the life of the party and a friend to everyone he met. His wife Denise is spending her time now celebrating the time they shared. Chris Nelsen was an ag salesman, a husband, a best friend, a grandpa. For those whose lives he touched, they say he was one of the best men they've ever met. Hundreds of people have been by to share their memories. For Denise, it's still unreal.
It's still hard to read. I look, I'm always, my phone dings and there's a text, I think it's him texting me, I'm getting a text from him, or I look for him to watch the door and...
He leaves behind 6 kids, many grandkids, and 2 more on the way. For his entire family, Chris is someone who will never be forgotten. Coming up tonight at 10, we'll hear more from Denise about the life they shared together and from his best friend who shares their story.
All right, thank you, Sabrina.
News at 10 in high definition.
He was the love of my life.
A woman shares the memories of her husband after his tragic death in Friday's plane crash. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Bill Shammert. Well, 4 people are dead, including one Nebraskan, after a horrific plane crash near North Platte on Friday. Tonight, we spoke with one victim's wife. Channel 8 Eyewitness News reporter Sabrina Ahmed has the details in tonight's top story. Sabrina?
Chris Nelson's life was taken in a tragic plane accident. He leaves behind a loving wife, a big family, and countless friends. They all say he was one of a kind, the life of the party. Denise Nelsen is spending her time reminiscing, looking at the pictures of her family and remembering her husband's legacy. Chris Nelsen was the life of the party, and his family says Chris would want this to be a celebration of his life. Denise says she has to keep it that way for her family.
I have to be strong for them. I have to show them that, we're going to be okay.
Chris was a people person. He knew everyone, wherever he went. He and his wife loved to travel. They've been on countless trips. Denise says the loss still hasn't sunk in.
It's still hard to read. I look, I'm always, my phone dings and there's a text, I think it's him texting me, I'm getting a text from him, or I look for him to watch the door.
She says she and her family have a lot of questions, but for now, they aren't searching for answers.
Will the answers make any difference? The hurt's there no matter how it happened.
John Califf is Chris's best friend. John says Chris would do anything for anyone, and the death of his closest friend is still surreal.
I don't know that it's fully sunk in. It will, over time, be a great friend.
Denise says hundreds of people have visited her and her family since the Friday crash. She says the community support has been overwhelming and that she will never be able to thank everyone enough. Denise also wanted people to know Chris traveled on chartered planes throughout the state often. He knew the pilot well and had a lot of respect for him. To her, this was just a devastating accident that has changed her life forever.
All right, thank you, Sabrina.